vlogmas day 2, and I feel like this is the exact cup I need to be drinking out of. It was just sitting on the counter next to the coffee machine. And I said, you know what? I remember getting this at the Queen Mary, and I did not like the shape of the cup. It's a little tall, big, bulky. I hate this shape, to be honest, but I loved what it said. Winston Churchill, never, never, never give up. It is day 2 of Vlogmas, and there's no fancy Christmas decor around me. And I'm going to say this. I feel like I went 1 step forward and 3 steps back. I had a bad night. I went to bed at 10:30. I woke up at 1:30, and I was awake from 1:30 to 4:30. I opened my Bible. I did my Bible study. I answered some comments on YouTube even. I kept hearing the train in the distance. I swear to you, if they ever eliminate trains, I will be so sad. But I heard the train horns in the distance, because when it's that quiet in the middle of the wee hours, you hear things off in a distance. And it was like, I think it's about 2 miles away, the train tracks from here. But I hear the horns, and I could also hear the forward momentum of the tracks. I can't do it, but you know what I mean. It had me come up with something that spoke to me in those wee hours. And it was that train that gives me comfort, that the sound of the train that has given me comfort for so many years in the middle of the night, is also giving me a message to keep going, to never give up. It just keeps going forward and forward and forward and forward. That's a good message. I'm listening. I like it. I also thought about that scripture it's in Lamentations, and I've always loved this scripture. Lamentations 3:22 and 23. Such a good one. Says, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Every morning, it's a new morning, and it's new mercies. I wrote in my book here, not every morning is perfect, but it's new. I had a rough night last night with the picking. I don't know if it was the lotion. I kind of feel like I want to blame the lotion. I started putting lotion on. I can't stand the feel of lotion, but I put it on in hopes that it would be good. And then when I took my shower last night, it felt so slippery and slimy and weird. And I was telling Motorcycle Man, like, oh, I didn't like the feel. And he's like, oh, don't you mean it felt supple and good and da-da-da? I wish that's how it felt, but that's not how it felt. And then when I woke up this morning, I mean, really scratching my arms and my chest. Like I was asleep and I woke up scratching. I felt like it was the lotion, like I wanted to crawl out of my skin. That's what it felt like. Let's talk about yesterday, though. Yesterday, for me, day 1 of Vlogmas felt like a great success. I was like, dang, this is like so good. I can't even believe it's going so well. I got up, I made my bed, I got dressed, I put on my makeup, I brushed my teeth, I came downstairs, got my coffee. What else was happening? I had these goals in mind that I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I either set aside a little bit of time for a walk or maybe some time to stretch and do yoga. I definitely wanted to do my puzzle, wanted to film, wanted to edit, upload, all those things. I wanted to draw. I did all those things. And also, I talked to people I love. And I ate 3 good meals, which is really odd and weird for me. Because sometimes when I get so into my day, I forget to eat. And then I make bad choices. But yesterday, RJ called and we FaceTimed and we pulled our cards. You want to see what card I got? It was Monday yesterday. I didn't tell you. Let me show you the card. My body works hard for me. My body works hard for me, and it does. And my body took me for a walk yesterday. But back to RJ. She called, FaceTimed, yesterday morning. We drew our cards. And then we were talking about breakfast, and we made our breakfast together. And I had eggs, and I had like this really good grass-fed beef stick and a persimmon. So it was like all whole foods in a way. And did my stuff with YouTube, my filming, my editing, did the puzzle, all that stuff. And then it became lunchtime, and I thought, well, I'm going to make lunch. And I had tomato soup with half of a grilled cheese. Normally, I do a whole grilled cheese. So I'm like, I'll make it a little better. I'll do a half. While I was eating lunch, oftentimes during lunch hour, my oldest son will call. He will call me. It's such a blessing. And just to chat on his lunch hour. And I thought, oh my goodness, Austin, I'm going to go for a walk while we talk. And so I headed out the door because I had just finished my lunch. And I headed out the door and I walked a mile with Austin. And we caught up. It was awesome. I got another call from another beautiful soul in my life too yesterday. So I had 3 really good phone calls. They're all like my kids. The other one was an adopted child, I will say. So it was like a very mom vibey day. I was really mom vibing it out. And then Dylan came home from work and his buddy Fonzie came by, who I haven't seen in months and months and months. And I got a Fonzie hug and a Fonzie visit. And I was doing my art in the kitchen while Fonzie was here, and we were talking about all this stuff. So sometimes I can't believe I can multitask, but I was literally chatting it up with these kids and doing my art. Speaking of the art, I had so much fun yesterday making art. Can I say I actually loved what I drew? I tried something totally different. I usually pencil out my drawing and then I outline it in black and then I erase it and then I paint it. But this time, I didn't outline it. I just painted it. I outlined a little bit of things here and then in her arms. And RJ has a 444, so I put that on there. And then I love the Beatles, Let It Be. I love that song. Today's not going to be perfect. It's not. And that's okay. You know, I have read that book by Brené Brown 2 times, The Gifts of Imperfection. But I still struggle with it. I want everything to be perfect. I want to have the perfect day every day. And when it doesn't happen, I want to say, that's it, I'm done. I'm done. But that is not life. Life is not perfect. It is not made that way. And so today I'm going to have an imperfect day. And I might draw and I might not. And I might go for a walk and I might not. But it doesn't mean I'm a failure. I'm still going forward in this life. I'm going forward every day. Moving forward, getting older. Can't stop it. It's happening. So that is my vlogmas episode today. Not so cheery, not so, not every day is going to be like that. And I promise during this month, I'm going to show up authentically as myself, just like I did last year. When RJ moved out, I think the next day I showed up crying on here. I want to show my real feelings. It's a documentation of what the days are like. I was happy today to get up and see all the rainbows in my house, to know I have a roof over my head. I can make an egg. I have food to eat. I have coffee to drink. Life is pretty good, and I can stay home, and I can create, and I can make that tiny puzzles and see what it's going to be about. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow in my day 3 of Vlogmas. Thanks for being here.
If only I could finish something, run straight through to the end.